Thank you. No, I'm recording from now. Okay. So with the internet, actually, okay, no problem, because it's still you'll use the it's now recording. Okay. I feel that it's recording. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you very much. Please remind me sometime. Okay. Because I have several screens and other things. So where I was. So for the internet, actually, whenever internet came, that time we have to think about, these are our protocols. Last class we have discussed this. Whenever the internet came, that time for the internet, we need to do some of the assumptions. Okay. So write down, there are some assumptions are there. Okay. And with that 7 layers, we have to put this assumption in each of the layer so that they can handle. Okay. So one of the assumption, okay, before the assumption, just think that in the internet, actually, we are doing a 3-way handshaking protocol. Okay. So 3-way handshaking protocol means like every class, that whenever anyone is meet anyone, that he or she will say that hi, then that person will say that yes, return back of hi. Or if you say the assalamu alaikum, he will say that alaikum assalam. Then they will say that I want to talk to you, do you have any time? He said that yes, at 2:00 p.m. we can talk. Okay, so at least this 3-way, 1, 2, because this is 1, this is 2, and this is 3. 3-way, two-person communication we need for any network that will be created in the internet. Okay, so anytime we'll create the network, it's like a 3-way communication, something like that. This is a T line. Okay, this is a timeline. Okay, this is a T line. Okay, first I can say over here that this is a T line. So at the very beginning, the TCP/IP connection request will be there. Okay, then something like that, hi, I want to create the network with you. Then it will say that the response that yes, I will also send. So without this acknowledgement, actually the further communication will not happen. Okay, so if you think about the time, this is a timeline. So time T0, the sync, this is actually SYN is the sync message. Sync, we can say this one is as message or beacon, something like that, this hi, hello, assalamu alaikum thing. Okay, so this is the sync. Then you have to say response of the beacon. Like if I say like that, you will say something. Okay, so this is whenever you response the beacon, we call that one as acknowledgement. So ACK is the acknowledgement. So at T1, the because of the time variation, it will come to a T1 time. So synchronization signal will be there. At T2, the destination will send the acknowledgement and his sync data. Okay, and the acknowledgement of the previous sync, the sender synchronization. Then he will say that at T4, the sender will say that okay, I'll establish the connection from now. So if this is the 3-way connection, if there is login and password, maybe this 3-way become 5-way or 7-way handshaking protocol. Okay, so at the very beginning, it will say that assalamu alaikum. Then this person can say that who are you? Then you have to write down yes, I am Habib. Then it will say that please give your password. Then you will put the password. Then it will say that alaikum assalam, got the time. And so 2 or 3 layers are for the security purpose. Okay, so if there is no security, we can have 3-way handshaking protocol. So this is a 3-way handshaking. Is it clear up to this? To anyone, what is 3-way handshaking? Is it clear to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, if it is clear, then just look to succeed this timeline. Actually, we need some assumption, because we are thinking that there must be bi-directional path. It's not like that only sender can send. I need the response from destination as well. So we need a bi-directional path. So two-way communication should be there. Duplex communication should be there. Okay. So two-way communication should be there. So this is the case that bidirectional path. With this, internet is assuming that everyone has a bidirectional path. Because of that, if I said that, do you have any question? You said that no, there is no question. So bidirectional path should be there. Second, continuous end-to-end path should be there. So T0, T1, T2, T3, this continuous path should be there. If there is no continuous path, if the electricity gone, like is gone or suddenly disrupted, that time what happens? You have to start the network from the very beginning. This is the case. That means continuous end-to-end path should be there. Continuous end-to-end path. If there is no continuous end-to-end path, that time the acknowledgement will not come faster. So if the acknowledgement is not coming faster, I cannot send the next data. So this is the case that if T1 is there at the T2, I have to send the acknowledgement. If sender does not get the acknowledgement at T3, it will send the sync again. Are you there? Assalamu alaikum, assalamu alaikum, assalamu alaikum, assalamu alaikum, something like that. Okay. So in the protocol, it's going on assalamu alaikum, assalamu alaikum, assalamu alaikum. Maybe inside the protocol, I can say that after 100 times, the connection will be lost. Otherwise, the sender will say assalamu alaikum, assalamu alaikum, assalamu alaikum, something like that. Because of that, moving, loading is there. If the loading is not within that time frame, it said that okay, page cannot found. We have to try it again for some time. So this is actually case that continuous end-to-end path should be there. If it cannot find the end-to-end path, the moving things will start. Okay. This is one case. Another case is the same thing. Whatever I said, that short round trip will be there, because whenever I say assalamu alaikum, I am waiting for alaikum salam. Okay. At T3. So the short round trip will be there. If it is T7 or 8, that the acknowledgement, that means my sender is not sync, whatever my data and sender data is not sync. That means the throughput is not that much match. So short round trips will be there. Then symmetric data rate, whatever I said. My data rate is, if my data rate is higher, rate means, you know, Mbps. Okay. So if my data rate is higher, if I send HD video, or if you cannot see the HD video, that time it will not be matched. Okay. So something like that. The symmetric data rate should be there. So in the throughput, average data rate is the lowest data rate of the between the two. Okay. So this is the case. Then last is low error rate, because if there is any error, the sender should send the data again. Okay. So because of anything, the bidirectional path was cut, then sender should send the data again. So if one sender is send the data again, think about your time division multiplexing. So in the packet, so I am sending 100 data, 100 packets. So in between number 3 packets is now, because of the connection, somehow that end-to-end connection is lost, or short round trip is not that much good, symmetric data is not good. Because of that, there is some error. If the error occur, then I have to send the number 3 again and again and again. So think about the network traffic. Because of the network traffic, like network is expected to send 100 data from one user, but if I use 10 times like resend of the data, that means 100 data will be what, 1000 data. Okay. So think about the network traffic, network main traffic. It will not be efficient. So I believe that, you know, these assumptions are there. This is the assumption that they are thinking whenever we are sending any data, that there should be bidirectional path, there should be end-to-end continuous end-to-end connectivity, there should be short round trip, there should be symmetric data rate, there should be low error rate. So please write down these 5. Okay. I believe that all of you already started writing down these 5 things. And these are the 5 keywords. If you write down the keywords in TCP/IP bidirectional path, you can find many things. Okay. But the main basic things I believe that I could explain to you. So please remember, please copy this teeny tiny slide, okay, teeny tiny graphics, okay, and just try to remember, because over there, if you want to do your research, you can find out that over there the research topics are there. Okay, if you can improve the error rate, if you can improve the symmetric data rate, you're suffering, okay, because of that. So many of you giving me the feedback that my connection was not good because of this, okay. So still we are suffering, so still there is a possibility for work. So I believe that you could write down these 4 things. Do you have any question? Do you have any question?
No, sir. No, sir.
Okay, so just okay. That means I believe that you could understood very smoothly. Thank you very much. I believe that this is cool. Okay, so now just think, I talk about the internet, and over there I put a term TCP/IP. So all the P means protocol. You can see that TCP means transmission control protocol, then IP means internet protocol. Okay, so it's slash are there. So we'll use the OSI model. In OSI model, we have the layers, and each of the layer has some standard protocol. We'll start the standard things. Now we'll put our this assumption, and with that we'll make our good product and put it to the public. Okay, so we call this one as TCP IP model. Okay, so this TCP IP model actually used in the internet, not the whole OSI model, rather than a like variant of the OSI model, or a what attack or a like advanced or improved OSI model. Okay, because OSI model is a main basic things. So this is actually called the TCP IP model. Okay, so just look the what is actually the TCP IP, and what is the main difference between the TCP IP and the OSI model, the comparison of OSI model and TCP IP model. Okay, so in OSI model, how many layers are there? It's 7. Okay, it's 7 layers. Okay, in OSI model we have the 7 layers, but in TCP IP we have 4 layers. So that means some layers name have been changed, and some layers become combined. Okay, so here network layer is not network layer, it's become internet layer. So this is transport, and all 3, that application, presentation, session layer, all 3 become application layer, and data link and physical layer actually called link layer or network access layer. Okay, so TCP IP now become 4 layer, but including 4 we have 7 layers. Okay, OSI model, but it's easier to handle. So I believe that you can write down the 4 in 80, and name of the TCP layer is application layer, transport layer, network like internet layer, and network access layer, and data link layer. Don't be confused, okay, because this network layer and this network access layer is not the same. Okay, and this link layer and network access, actually network access layer means physical layer. Okay, physical network access, and this network layer previously OSI model is known as internet. Okay, so application layer, transport layer, internet layer, network access layer, or the physical layer or link layer. Okay, I'll discuss these things in today's class. Okay, up to 87, that query or feedback 87. So do you have anything to say? Someone wants to ask me question for the previous slide. Do you have any question? Someone raise hand. Do you have any question? Anyone? Not now, but previous one. Yeah, Irfan. No. Okay, so I am asking that, do you have any question on this? Can you get the main difference? Okay, if you can, because now in the internet, if you write down internet layers, you can find out these 4 layers in the most of the like Google. But if you don't write OSI model, that time you will not find, without that you will not find the 7 layers. So this is actually the the 4 layers, and with that actually the what the internet is now lying on. Okay, so this is the case. Next, we have the comparison. Okay, so I just try to put all the things so that you cannot be confused. Okay, so there are so many so many colors. Okay, so the gray colors are the OSI model. So all the gray colors, that means physical layer, data link layer, network layer, transport layer, session, presentation, and application layers. Okay, so over there we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So application layer, the TCP/IP application layer. So in the application we have several things we'll discuss later. Okay, so we have several things, several abbreviations are there. We'll discuss those abbreviations. Okay, then we have transport layer. In the transport layer we have 2 protocols. One is TCP, that means transmission control protocol. Okay, it's not transport control protocol, transmission control protocol. And UDP, user datagram protocol. Okay, we'll discuss this one at the last slide. So TCP or UDP protocols are there. Okay, then in the network layer we call this one as internet protocol or IP. In the TCP/IP we have internet. Okay, in internet layer, this one is internet layer, and this one is called TCP layer. Okay, transmission layer. This one is internet layer. In the internet layer we have internet group management protocol, internet control management protocol, ICMP. So many abbreviations are there. Okay, so you don't have to memorize all the abbreviations, rather than try to know that what those abbreviations are. Okay, because most of the cases FTP, you know this thing, DNS, you know these things, I believe. Others will just know, just first time know the abbreviation, then in the internet from the Google you can easily find out what does it mean. Okay, so in the IP, definitely network layer should be IP address and other things. So address resolution protocol is there, reverse address resolution protocols are there. That means if you write down google.com, actually google.com is not a recognized address for the machine. Okay, machine know some numbers. So from numbers to google.com or from google.com to numbers, there should be 2 kind of protocols. So human being know the name, so google.com, and it should be translated to the numbers, and machine knows server knows the numbers, it should be transferred to the address again. So it's called reverse address resolution. Okay, RARP. Okay, ARP or something. So you don't have to memorize all that. Just try to know that in this 170 slide I have some abbreviation. So search in the internet and do. You don't have to memorize, because if you just move through, if you use these things, it will be as simple as you are using FTP or you are using SMS. These are the things that you are not memorizing, rather than it belongs to you, those terms. Okay, then we have the data link layer and physical layer all together. These 2 are together now. So protocol defined by the underlying network. Okay, so data link and physical layer are now together, it's not separate. So it's better to handle, because previously so many layers are there. So why they are putting so many layers? Actually, what happened? Okay, it's just the same thing I am showing. So this is one color things. If you understand from here, very good. If you don't, come here, this is another comparison side by side and other things. So with that, actually you can have a different kind of look. Okay, so we have 7 layers, but here we have 4 layers, and this is network access. This is actually internet layer. Okay, network means internet layer. This is internet access layer. Okay, so maybe I have to write internet. Okay, second time I can write, maybe I put something like, okay. So in the application layer we have different kind of protocols. Then transport layer we have different kind of protocols. In the internet layer we have internet protocols. Then link or access layer we have different kind of protocols. Okay, so this is we have. Okay, so this is the case that link layer includes the device, driver, or network interface. So this layer is the physical layer, okay? Device, driver, network interface card, like with NIC, network interface card, NIC is there. Then network layer is the which handles the movement of the packets or routing the packet, that means IP addresses. So here network layer means IP, internet layer, okay? Then transport layer is reliable of flow of data, okay, you know, between the two hosts, that means quality of service, flow of data, reliable flow. Then application layer is the detailed particular of the application, okay, what kind of application I want, the HTTP, that means web page, or FTP, that means Google Docs or something, Google Drive. So these other things are there, okay, over there you can easily know. So this is the case. Any question up to this? Otherwise, maybe I'll discuss a little bit more. Okay, any question up to this? Continue. Any question? Because in today's class, I'll go a little bit faster. You have to write down something. But fantastic, you know. So I can give one example of the application layer, because just think that. Okay, so in the link layer, because now the link layer is now together. Okay, so in your mobile phone, the Wi-Fi and IP addresses, okay, Wi-Fi and MAC addresses are now combined together. Okay, so whenever you connect that time, this link layer will give you something that please write down the password, write down everything. So this link layer, that means if you connect through as in the laptop, okay, so if you connect through RJ45 cables, that time it will like connect you through the RJ45, and you can easily find out in the taskbar that your internet is connected through that device and the IP address is coming from there. Okay, now in your device, in your laptop, if you have Wi-Fi and the physical connection, that normal hardware, okay, that means the internet connection, Ethernet ports are there. Okay, so that time you can connect in the both way, even through the Wi-Fi as well. Okay, so whenever you connect through the Wi-Fi, actually your link layer will connect you through the Wi-Fi. That means it will ask you that Wi-Fi MAC address is there and use this address. In the LAN card, okay, in the Ethernet card, you don't have the MAC address. In the Wi-Fi, you have the MAC address. So the link layer and physical layer is now all together and give you that service all together. And at the user end, you can recognize, okay, the MAC address and other things, even in your mobile phones and others. So this is actually called the link layer. Think about the application layer all together. Okay, so if it is not all together, that time what happened? Like if you want to download something, the session layer should establish the session, synchronization and other things. So 1 of 2, 1 of 100, 2 of 100, 3 of 100, then 1%, 2%, 100%, something like that. Okay, then you can then afterwards the file will be in some temporary folder. Then in the desktop, whenever it will come, the presentation layer will match the syntax and put that this is JPG, or this is like audio MP3, or this is MKV or AVI or MP4 for video file. Okay, something like that. The presentation layer, then the application layer will take the right applications, something like that, movie player or some VLC player or audio player or the WAT file, something like that. Okay, so all three are separate. But think about your Facebook. So in the Facebook, the same thing should be there. Okay, so whenever there should be some pictures, it should download. Then the presentation layer should recognize this is the picture or that is the video. Then it should show by picture application or by a movie application. But in the Facebook, the application layer are all together. That means session layer, presentation layer, and application layer are all together, so that in the background it like download. So session layer complete its task, then give it to the presentation layer, and then we can see the picture, or we can hear the music, or we can watch the video, okay, because the three layers are combined together, and depending upon their protocols, actually we can handle them in the background. I believe that you can understand that why these things are within one place, because if it is not in traditional TCP, like FTP, you can download the files in your desktop, but in your Gmail, whenever there is a video or photo, you can automatically see, because Gmail combined these apps all together. So this is actually the case that why this is different. Okay, I believe that from the book you can learn these things, but try to communicate how you are use your daily day-to-day internet. Okay, is it clear, boys, girls? Any question?
No, sir.
Okay, thank you. So next one, actually maybe next 3 or 4, I'll ask you to write down something. Okay. Oh no, there is animation. Okay, forget about that animation. I was okay. So what happened? I ask you to write down again the TCP/IP layers. Okay, application layer, transport layer, internet layer, and access layer. Please write down it again, because otherwise you will be confused with the OSI model. Sometime you will be confused. Okay, so OSI are the basic. Now we combine then application, transport, internet, and network access. And in the practical life, actually you have to use these 4 layers, but keep in mind that all the 7 layers are there in the 4 layers. Okay, so in the interview board, maybe if they ask you about the internet layers, maybe you have to give the answer of these 4 layers. But if you are smart enough, you can ask that whether the internet layer, do I give the answer from the 7 layer OSI model or the TCP/IP model. You can give, because both of them are same. One is combined and another one is basic, all the things. Okay, so this is, I ask you to write down the 4 layer again. Okay, so this is for your just for your understanding. Okay, so, sorry.
Please, can you show question 81 again?
Question 81 is same question. So question 81 is how many layers in TCP/IP, and write down the name of the layers TCP/IP. Okay, and 82 is, because I said so many things, write down the name of the TCP/IP layers again. It's for your, because it's that you have to give password and confirm the password. I don't know that why they ask. Sometimes they ask that put the email and confirm the email, something like that. Okay, so just for your understanding. Okay, same thing. Is it clear? Okay, so it is remembered, please. Okay, so this application layer over here and application layer, because it says that it is important to note that some of the layers in the TCP/IP model have the same name as the layer of OSI model. Okay, so don't be confused, because here application layer is not the same. In this application layer, the all 3 combined layers are there. Okay, and in this application layer is totally different. Over there, network layer, but this is actually the internet layer. Okay, so this may be the link layer or physical layer. Sometime in some book you can find physical layer, but in internet this physical layer means combination of link layer. Okay, so try to understand that there can be that this application layer is not the same of the application layer of OSI model. Okay, though the names are application. This transport layer is a little bit different, because here we'll use a specific TCP, transmission control protocol, for internet. Here the internet layer sometimes is called network layer or something, but it's in some books. Okay, but just remember, here we'll use IP, internet protocol. Network access, sometimes it can say that physical layer, but just try to remember here the link layer and physical layer are all together. Okay, so because of that, please put your mind that these 4 layers are a little bit different, because there are some combinations. Okay, I believe that you understood. Is it clear? Anyone just say yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, if you say yes, I can drink some water. Okay, so next one, maybe here I will ask you. Oh no, so many animation. Forget about this animation. Okay, I ask you to write down this 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, because we know these things. So link layer or network access layer means the physical layer. Okay, the bottom layer. Physical layer means the IP packets require all the physical link. Okay, I have to go through physically the talk bus, okay, or the ISP, other things. Okay, so I have to know all the router address, MAC address, and know step by step things. Okay, hopping things. So in this link or network layer, even inside the router, we have this layer. So this layer will deal with. So I'll be here for even 1 or 2 minutes. Okay, I'll give little bit more minute. Please write down these things, all the things, because these are the keywords. So if you know the keywords, you know the terms, because already we have discussed these things several times. So I said that write down the features of the link or network access layer is like electrical, mechanical, then procedural and functional specification. These are the features. Then data rate, distance, physical connector. Yes, what kind of physical connection will be there? Distance, we have to think that Wi-Fi or other things. Then the data rate, we have to know about the data rate, seeing the data rate. So this, then the frame, physical addressing, because now the data link layer is there, the frame and the parity codes and other things are there. Physical addressing should be there. Okay, synchronization, flow control, error control should be there. So these terms, these keywords you have already know. Okay, so this data link layer deal with these keywords. Please write down these keywords. I am waiting here. I am taking some fruits here. Okay, please write down. Don't take the screenshot. Don't wait for any time. Please write down now. Okay, it will be something like that, because this if you feel that this class is boring, why you hear my boring voice again? Okay, so try to write down now. Okay, electrical, mechanical, procedural, functional specification, data rate, distance, physical connector, frame, physical addressing, synchronization, flow control, error control. If you have any question, any of the term, please say yes.
No, sir, no question.
Yeah, I put something, but yes, I believe that you know all the terms. I believe that you know it before. Okay, Sakib, isn't it?
No, sir, আপনি এখান থেকে শিখছেন।
Yeah, because you know those terms before, I believe.
Little bit actually. I went through the book actually.
Yeah, because synchronization should be there, flow control, the throughput is there, error control means parity code is there, physical addressing means, because these things we have discussed a little bit. Frames, physical connector, yeah, the what kind of connection will be there. Then the electrical, mechanical, procedural things are there. Okay, what kind of device should be here? Okay, so these are the thing. Thank you. So next one, 84. Okay, I forget about the animation. Okay, so I'll ask you to write down these blue things. Okay, so internet layer means definitely the source packet from any network on the internet have them arrival. Okay, the send arrive at the destination. Okay, so we have to send the data from the source to the destination in the internet through any network, because in the internet means from your home network through the California is coming to me. Okay, because if you write down anything in the Google form, you're writing in the Google. Okay, the Google store all the things in the California. Okay, so I can see it from the California. Okay, something like that. Okay, so independent of the path and network they took to get there. So we are not thinking that how the data is going, how, where, how. So we are not thinking. We are thinking that yes, did you write down these 3 things in the Google form? You said yes, and I can see those things. So actually we are the data is independent of the path. independent of the network, something like that. Okay, so here we have to think about the packets and logical addressing. So packet, okay, packet, the main packet and logical address. So this is internet layer, the IP protocol layer, okay, IP layer. So packets and logical addressing is there. Previously IP layer mean network layer was there. Logical address means the IP address should be there. Previously, whatever we said, the physical address means MAC address. So your name is the MAC address, you, and your student number is your logical address. Okay, so this is the logical address that with logically we give you some addressing. Okay, then internet protocols, we'll use the internet protocols. Then routing table, routing protocols are there. Okay, so these terms I believe that you know it before, but here just revise that this internet protocol means this, and try to understand this one, because in the real life you have to utilize this one. This is fantastic engineering, okay, over there. Is it clear? Should I move to next slide? So just say I understand. So thank you very much, because I believe that it's very easier. Okay, so maybe I can move to 85 if you don't have any question. 85, forget about the animation. So 85 is TCP IP. We know from today's, at the very beginning of the class, that TCP IP means the heart of the OSI model. Okay, so heart of the OSI model. Why the heart is there? Because in our heart we purify the blood, okay, and put it to the whole body, and because of that energy is going on. Okay, so the TCP IP actually, the TCP IP actually deal with the quality of the service. Okay, deal with the quality of the service, issues of reliability, flow control, error connection. So if there is any error even in the bottom, we'll think about all the things by the transport layer. Okay, so whatever I said, that assalamu alaikum, assalamu alaikum, assalamu alaikum. So TCP IP will care about those things. Okay, quality. So it will rearrange all the things. How it will rearrange? It can segment the data. Okay, so if it can find that the path is very narrow. Okay, the path is very narrow, that time maybe the packet should be very smaller, so it will send the packet, very smaller packet over there. Okay, so this is the case, that reliability, flow controls are there, so they can make the segment, they can make the data stream or datagram. So these data stream datagrams are the keywords. Please remember those keywords, because this is from the at the primary level of the internet. They use data stream datagram. Afterwards they use the segment, then they use packets, something like that. Okay, then connection oriented and connectionless. We'll know these things again in the 87 page, 87 query. Okay, connection oriented and connectionless. Then we have transmission control protocol, because this segment is handled by the transmission control protocol. Then data stream datagram is the previous version, is controlled by data user datagram protocol. Okay, UDP. So this connection oriented is TCP protocol, and connectionless is UDP. So connection oriented means that three-way handshaking protocols are there, and connectionless means we don't need the three-way handshaking. Okay, we'll send and stop the connection, something like that. We don't care about the acknowledgement. Okay, so this is the case. If I send SMS, that is connection less. If I send any message through messenger, this is connection oriented, because I know whenever you will send, okay, I know the acknowledgement. So this is like connection oriented is there. I know the feedback. Okay, so end-to-end flow controls are there. The throughput and flow control, they can do those things. Error detection and recovery. So this is fantastic. Not error, only the like error detection is one mechanism. Okay, so we have to detect the error in some way, like in between the network. If I have error because it's moving, that page is loading, or buffering. So whether the error is in your side, the error is in your computer, or error is in your ISP internet, error is among the routers. Error is sender router, error is sender modem, error is sender speed, error is sender computer. So that kind of things actually we can find out. Okay, so maybe you can say that my connection and other things, all the things are okay, but I cannot see you, sir, because my connection is not good. And sometimes my connection is very good, you cannot see me because you are using mobile data, your connection is not good. So this is error detection and recovery in whole network. This is very complicated things, but it will be done very quickly. So I believe that you understood this part as well. Okay, I am relaunching the poll, and yes, not all of you answering the poll, I believe that you understood. Silent is means agree, because most of the cases I can get only 40 response, but I believe that around 40 response means already you understood. Okay, so this is the case. I should move forward. I believe that you understood. Sorry, I'm taking, because I'm feeling thirsty. I love guava and mango, so this is for you. Okay, I cannot send it like digitally, but my from my heart, I feel that you also eat with me. Okay, next slide. Here we use TCP and UDP. We use connection oriented, connectionless. Then we use flow control, some error correction, these things. With that, actually two kind of protocols are there. Okay, in TCP layer, all the things that allow end-to-end communication and establish error control and flow control, we know. So with that, actually we have two protocols. Okay, so transmission control protocol. So this is actually the layer, transport layer, and we have two protocols. In the transport layer, we have two like protocols means the protocols means the rules. So in IoT we have first semester, second semester in every year. Okay, every year we have first semester and second semester. Okay, and each of your session, like first year, second year, third year, fourth year, whenever you will be in the first year, the protocol is different for you, because in the first year all the non-departmental course and only one departmental course are there. Okay, in third year you have some optional course and many departmental courses are there. In the fourth year you have thesis and other things, so protocols are different. But every year we have 2 semesters, so 7 semester you have, like, depending upon your data, the protocols are different. So I'm just saying those things. Okay, so the students are in the semester wise, the first year, second year, fourth year students are there. But if you are fourth year, you have to follow the TCP/IP protocol or this protocol, something like that. Okay, and if you follow those things. Okay, so there are two kind of protocols. So in the internet, actually, as I told you, the internet means both way, three-way handshaking, both way, to bidirectional link should be there. It must be connection oriented. So TCP must be connection oriented. That means connection established before sending the data. Hi, hello, assalamu alaikum. Otherwise, it will start the connection again. So if you logging any page, if there is nothing mechanism, then if there is disconnection, you have to log in again. Okay, log in again, because you have to start the connection again. So this is the case. Okay, in the banking sector, you can see that automatically logouts are there, and if you log into the bank or bKash apps, after maybe 5 minutes, if you don't do anything, it will say that log in again, because after 5 minutes it connection was lost. Okay, you have to log in again. Okay, so this connection oriented system is very reliable, because I can see the data then and then. Okay, in the bKash app, I can see how much money I have. I send it from my bank, then and then I can see. So this is connection oriented. Or if you send the money over there, you get the SMS, but there is no update in your bKash app, that time you will not believe, oh no, this is not good. So that version is called connectionless version. This is actually user datagram protocol. Okay, so in the user datagram, sending data without establishing connection. I am sending, whether you get it or not, I don't care. Okay, so at the very beginning, historically at the very beginning, the primary network actually used this kind of UDP, but with that, actually there was no quality. There was, nobody knows that whether everyone get the data. Nobody knows where the problem occurred, and because of that, that was not popular. Okay, so fast but not reliable. So whenever you have connection oriented, I have to do some extra procedure. Are we getting there? Then if you get the data, you have to give me the acknowledgement. So it's not a little bit faster. Here I am sending. It's faster. So sometime if you then you can say that why you teach UDP sir again in this 21st century. Okay, but think you send the Mars rover in March. Okay, and over there is no there are not many users, only Mars rover and there is camera and the substation, only 2 or 3 users. So during that time I can reduce the TCP/IP easily, and I can use the primary UDP over there, because sending the data means I know that I will send the data to that person. So it's exactly the token ring and other thing. Whenever user like grow more, that time we have to use TCP/IP. But in normal cases, in your factory, if you want in the garments factory, if you want a robot to be work, something like that, you know that those robot will knock the side robot, something like that. Just think that in the manufacturer, because in the Discovery Channel you can see sometimes the manufacturer mega factory or something, some programs are there, mega factories or something. I like those things. Okay, or chocolate factories, food factories. I like the food factories.
There is a program called How Do They Do It?
Yes, how do they do it? Fantastic. Then the food factory and the mega factories, I like those things, because so many robots are there, and those robots, actually robots are there before. Okay, and nowadays we feel that robots means human, that Mars rover or the humanoid, like Android should be the robot. Okay, but robots are there, that means without human being somebody is working for you. Okay, so just think about the Toyota factory. They'll put one parts, then the drill machine, the putting one parts, that some robot will put one parts, then the drill machine will come, then drill machine will put make one hole, then another robot arm will come and take the like what, the screw, then another robot will come and tighten the screw. Okay, that's all. So 3 or 4 robots are there. So if there is some hodgepodge, so something is coming, so before making the hole, if the things like the nut are coming, it will not work properly. Okay, so you have to make some network between the robot, that yes, nut are like holes are already there coming. So in those places, maybe we can use very low cost networking protocols. Okay, so I'm just saying that I am giving you all the information. You're the designer, you're the artist. Okay, for artists, what you need, artists need the color. Okay, so the more color you have, the more vibrant picture you have. Okay, and sophisticated picture you have. So over there, you are the designer. I am giving you the colors, means all kind of tools and technology I am like introducing to you. So these are the colors. The more tools you have, the technology you have, you can make a very vibrant like solution. Okay, so this is actually my case. And the last will be there, 87. So 87 means the application layer is totally straightforward. You know these terms. So we have to write down the protocols of the application layers, because we are talking about the protocols layer. We know in the protocols we have the rules. Okay, so we know HTTP, okay, hypertext transfer protocols. So it's better to know the abbreviation. SMS, it is better. Email, it is like, we are not saying electronic mail. Okay, or SMS, short message service, we don't say like that. SMS is there. Okay, HTTP, we already know, hypertext transfer protocol. Okay, so it's a browser and web server communication. So all the browser use these things. So if you miss any letter in the address with that HTTP, it will not work. Okay, so at the very beginning you have to write down that things in the network browser. Okay, then in the network browser, if you write down FTP, file transfer protocol, okay, this is file transfer protocol, and your data from Google Drive is coming by file transfer protocol, and because of that you have a software, file transfer software is there in your IoT. We have FTP, and there is some because nowadays the like Windows Explorer can handle the FTP, but most of the cases for FTP we have different kind of file protocol. FileZilla is very good FTP like application for hosting, something that. Okay, telnet, remote logging protocol. Okay, with the telnet you can log in. So I am in my home, most of the cases my network is online. Okay, so whenever I am in my office, I can log in my desktop in my home most of the cases. So in during my lockdown, whenever I move to my office, I can, so it's called like a remote desktop. So within the remote desktop you can utilize telnet. Okay, there is, because before Zoom actually I use team viewer. So team viewer is a very fantastic tool for remote communication. So even you can, even in the Zoom I can give you full control. Okay, so login and control things are there. We can share the desktop and other things. So whether anywhere your device are there, you can log in and use those things as if you are in that place. Okay, so telnet remote login is there. POP3 is a email. Okay, POP3 server is the email, something like that. Your email is now in IoT mail server, but with the POP3 service, POP3 protocol, okay, version 3 protocol, actually you can configure your Gmail to retrieve all of your IoT's data through the Gmail. It's not Gmail data. You are using the Gmail interface to get the IoT's data, something like that. Okay, so POP3 is there, and in the settings, POP3 accounts in the like in the Gmail accounts or Yahoo accounts or Hotmail accounts, you can go to the settings and accounts. You can easily put this POP3 things. Okay, so what I mean, maybe I have now around 9 email accounts. Okay, so many email accounts are there I have. So if I want to log into every account, it will take time. So what I did, I retrieve other email with within my one email. Okay, so it is very easier for me. You can do it for yourself, those who are not. So your IoT email address is there, your maybe Gmail address is there. So within the Gmail, every day you open the Gmail, within the Gmail you can get the email of IoT's email. Okay, so something like that. Okay, so you don't have to log into everywhere. You can easily do those things. Those who are not, maybe you can search and you can easily do those things. Okay, IMP, internet message access protocol. Okay, retrieval of email. This is also POP3 I map. These things are there in the Gmail. Okay, so I just put the names. Try to use those things. It will make your life very easier. Okay, so I just open my one email in my desktop. I can see all my 11 mails. Okay, even all the things. Okay, so this is the case. So this is actually up to today's class. So to wrap up, actually what we have learned, that we have these 4 layers. We have these 4 layers in the application layers. We have these protocols. This is the protocols things. Okay, FTP, HTTP, SMTP, DNS. Okay, so this is for TCP/IP. From TCP/IP and from UDP, we have a different kind of protocol. Then TCP or UDP is the transport layer. Then IP is for internet layer. Then network access is whether you are using internet or your own LAN or many LANs once, whatever, but you have to follow this. Okay, this is the case. So this is actually up to today's class. If you have any question, please let me know. This, I am relaunching the poll again. So if you have any question. So it's 6:30, so maybe I'll finish. If you don't have any question, I believe that you could understand all the slides in a good manner. Then let me, as I told you at the very beginning of the class, that I have one good news, because this year, let me just share that things, though some of you already know, those who work with me, because this year from this March, okay, before 1 month, IoT actually started one grant, okay, one prize for the researcher, okay. And there was one competition. Is competition means we have to submit the proposal, and alhamdulillah, my research group from 4th year, they got one research grant for 1 year. It's not that much money, around 3 lakh taka, $3,000, around $3,000, but it will encourage the IUTN who want to research. So this is the first time, because I'm feeling very happy that this is the first time, and I I got the things. Though during my student life, this is not mine. My students got those things. So alhamdulillah, I am just sharing this news to you, because this is the things for you, those who want to be the new researcher. This is actually the grant or other things for you, because I can give you one example that I am struggling for one paper last 1 month. The paper was very good, a very long paper, around 40 pages paper, and I was invited by some a very good journal. It's called like Q1 journal. That means top one journal, Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. These 4 kind of journals are there. So this is index journal, and the publication fee, because this is open access. Last year in 2020, I have one publication in April in open access. So the open access cost of the publication is huge. Okay, huge means it will take to publish one paper in the good journal open access. It will ask me for 2 lakh taka. Can you imagine? 2 lakhs. And we said that this is 2 or 3 times of my salary, so we cannot do anything. So afterwards they send as a guest author, they send us one discount, and they said that okay, because of your this paper, other things, we can give you 10% of discount. But even the 10% means only 2,000 taka discount. We are still applying everywhere that we are very poor researcher, please give us some money. Okay, and whenever we apply, actually, you know that I apply for the grant, but the topic is for my student. Okay, the student will write down all of it. But if the student apply, they will not get, because the other person know that they are the beginner, they cannot finish. So to apply these things, the first author and other things should be some professor. They will feel that yes, this professor has some very good history, we can give the money to them. So this is actually a teamwork. So I'm just giving these things to teach you that how to make the team working things. So please pray to Allah, so that Allah can give some barakah to my work, and I can move forward, because I am, as I told you, that I am doing all the things for the community, and I got this research seed grant, very small amount, as I told you, for Chittagong port. Okay, so I will use some IoT in Chittagong port and try to make some smart ship management over there. Okay, so one of my group is working over there, and alhamdulillah. And somebody said that this is a lot of money for research. No. Researcher can get more lot of money. Okay, during my PhD I can get more. Okay, it's not because you miss 1 0. Okay, I get extra 0 amount during my PhD. Okay, and we apply so many things. So even IUT said that we are very sorry that the amount is very small. Yeah, researcher. If you are a good researcher, you can apply, you can get more money over there. Okay. So this is for today. Thank you very much. Everyone,
Thank
as I told you that if you want, then you can get the courage to what the happiness. So I shared my happiness to you, and this is all for today. Okay. So maybe this is me. So thank you very much. Somebody want to say something, please? You want to say something? Otherwise, we can conclude up to now. Thank you very much. Is it clear?
Walaikum, sir. Yes, sir. It's clear, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yes. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam.